So what shall we talk about?
Что будем разговаривать?
Anything he wants to say?
Что сказать?
Peter.
Shall I start again?
Yeah.
Yes, I do have a question. It's about an argument that my mind is trying to make. There is one part of me who would just like to sit down forever and meditate.
Yeah.
There's another part of me who wants to fulfill his duties towards my family, also towards my team and my business. And the argument that my mind is making is that if I manage to remain in that playful, special state, that special is maybe the wrong word, in that playful state that we mentioned the last time, of which I've only gotten a few glimpses so far, how would I then still be able to function?
How would you still
in my duties?
That's the basic misconception that people have. Growing up in this society, we become more and more serious. We are being indoctrinated. You have to be serious in order to fulfill your duty in society. But the more you take yourself serious, the more you are also tense. If you learn to be more relaxed, more playful, it's not that you are becoming unable to do your things. In contrary, it's not that either you do your work or you are playful. It's not that you are a sincere, good citizen for society, or then you just let your life flow away being playful.
So it's not an or, it's an and.
It's not an or at all. It's entirely just a matter of your attitude. It's just taking ourselves, our person, the role we are playing in society much too serious. Taking this whole damn story much too serious. It's just a magic show. Consciousness for some time dives into it, plays a bit along, gets richer for the experience and gets out of it. What language are you talking?
Italian.
Italian. It's not that once you start to look at yourself, then you become unable to function. I mean, if it's your natural way to go about it, if it's really the pull that you have to, that you want to do that you have to do that, you may get out of society somewhere and meditate all the time. But it's not, you cannot artificially do that. Simply because in the head we think that would be a good thing to do. If you try to do that against your natural inclination, it becomes more destructive than constructive. If you force yourself just to sit there, but if it's not natural, then you really have to force yourself, and after some time you just burn out, throw the whole thing away. If you feel sometimes you need a bit to charge your batteries, you may make some days intensive to a retreat or something, but no, for most of the people it's much more natural and better to have a balanced program. But even for active people, it is very useful
активных людей.
if every day you find some time where you simply withdraw, where you're not busy, where you can put your undivided attention simply in being conscious, being here, being now, somehow or other, in whatever way you do. But then bring that attitude as good as you can in your activities. Fulfill your duty in your family, fulfill your duties in your job,
Обязанности в семье.
but learn not to take yourself so serious.
Воспринимайте все это слишком серьезно.
As long as we are so totally identifying with that self-image we have, then of course
себя,
we also want accordingly a feedback
мы хотим
from the surroundings that is pleasing. And so we are all tense that we do our things right.
движение, пытаемся все сделать правильно.
And being tense doesn't make it easier to do things right.
Быть в напряжении это не значит, что вы будете эффективны.
But at the end, that
В конце концов,
interest in doing it as good as possible is most of the time simply because we want to have a good feedback from all around. It's all about our own person then finally.
дела.
And it doesn't work all the time. I mean, wherever you are, whatever you do, some people like it, some people don't like it. So it's no point in being all upset about it.
Не стоит разочаровываться, если кому-то это не нравится.
But if you learn to be more in the present, instead of always focused on our image about what happened, about what is going to happen, about what might happen, about what's happening somewhere, but just being here now, conscious.
Сейчас особенно.
Hey, stealing my show, huh? We are so much absorbed in our mind with that story and identify with it. If we learn just to be conscious, consciously conscious, learn to relax in that, then our actions become much more spontaneous and much more efficient. But you don't do it with that intention that you do that in order to be more efficient, because again it's the same motivation. You simply learn to do that because you become aware. If you do that, you're at ease, at peace, you become natural. Our natural state is joyous, playful, beautiful. It's all artificial that we always carry such a heavy burden of concerns along with our daily life. So it's not either you go and sit and meditate and do something good for yourself, or then you do your duties and do your duties as good as you can and learn to be playful about it. And sometimes people will like what you do, and sometimes people will not like what you do. And learn to be true to yourself. If you have the right intention, then you are at ease with yourself. It may not always work out. You may have the right intention, but things may not be successful. So what? If at the base you know that your heart is in the right place, that you have the right intention, then you are at ease with yourself, and the more you are conscious of being at ease, the less you care whether the feedback is positive or negative. As long as we are concerned about all that feedback that comes, we are always slaves. Always struggle and struggle and struggle to give a good appearance that they like it, that they like it. And it's a drag. You can never let go. You can never be at ease. You have always to worry about it. Just be natural. At ease, at peace with yourself. And then do things as they come along, as good as you can,
насколько
without
получается.
being so concerned. Always success, not success, success,
Не
not
нужно
success.
беспокоиться все время, получится у вас или нет.
But incidentally, the more you are at ease, the more you are at peace, the easier it is
Чем
to
более
deal with the problems of life.
спокойны с собой, тем легче вы можете разбираться
And
с
to
проблемами.
turn also difficult situation in something constructive.
И в трудных ситуациях вы что-то делаете конструктивно.
That's what you are here for, to learn,
Для этого
to
вы
somehow
здесь.
grow by learning, outgrow this whole story. And so every life situation is a perfect opportunity
Все эти жизненные ситуации — это совершенные
to
возможности,
become stronger.
чтобы стать сильнее.
Every difficulty is not something bad that happens, but it's an opportunity to learn more about yourself, to become stronger in yourself. Learn not to take yourself so serious in it.
Возможность становиться
Just
не
let
таким
it come,
серьезным.
not resist all the time and waste your energy, but let it come, deal with it, let it
Позволять
go.
этому происходить и опускать.
That's what I meant when I was talking about playfulness.
Я имел в виду, когда
Not
говорил об
somehow
игривости.
starting to behave silly and
Не значит, что вы
irresponsible,
должны стать странным каким-то или
but no
неответственным.
matter what you are doing, even if you are doing seriously, you can still feel playful about it.
Даже с серьезным лицом вы можете быть игривым.
You're about to leave, huh?
Уезжайте, да?
On Friday.
On Friday. And then you go back to South Africa? Or?
No, to Switzerland.
You
I'm
got-
living in Switzerland now.
Oh, you're living now in Switzerland again?
Вернемся из Африки.
Back in Bern?
So
Near.
quite nearby.
Yeah, yeah.
Рядом там.